This is not the first video of a Benetti that I publish on this channel, and it's no surprise that a YouTube channel entitled Yachts for Sale should regularly feature this brand. Combining the best of Italian styling with solid engineering and an unparalleled pedigree, it's little wonder that so many yacht owners choose this brand. So when the Benetti 121 Safad became available for sale, we immediately sent our team to film her and spoke to our broker Ed Dickinson to find out more about her.
Safad is a 2015 Benetti 121. The Benetti 121 is an evolution of the highly successful Benetti 120 series, which ran for a number of years. And the main differences you'll see between the Benetti 120 and the 121 is the size of the windows throughout the boat, the interior layouts being improved. As you enter Safad, she has a passerelle on the starboard side. This takes you on to an informal dining space. It's a nice place to sit, greet, meet your guests as they come on board. The first time we had the pleasure of meeting the owner is actually where we sat. And we had a coffee with him there, a very nice place to be greeted. From the main deck aft, you enter into the main salon. And the main salon has been split into two areas. First area as you walk in is the main seating area. You move forward from this area to the interior dining space, which has got space for up to 10 guests. The port side, forward of the dining area, takes you through to the galley and the crew area. If you go to starboard, however, you get to the main lobby. Off the main lobby, you can either go down a staircase to lower guest accommodation. There's a day head, and it also then goes through to the master cabin. One of the key features which sets Safad apart from others is her master cabin. The master cabin's been completely designed from scratch by the owner, and a number of features which he wanted to include which aren't on other boats include the fact that there's a separate his and hers bathroom. Most Benetti 121s, Benetti 120s only have a single ensuite. Another unique feature of the master cabin which the owner was keen to include is you can actually open ceiling hatches. So the owner is a big fan of fresh air on board, and she's the only 121 that we're aware of that has this feature in the master cabin. As you come from the main lobby down to the guest cabins, you have two VIP cabins with ensuite facilities with double beds. And then you've got an additional two twin cabins. One of these twin cabins can, however, be converted into a double, depending on the guest requirements. As you go upstairs to the bridge deck, Forward there is a bridge. Which leads out onto the foredeck, so you have port and starboard access out onto the foredeck. Aft is the main Sky Lounge. The Sky Lounge has a separate ensuite facility, so guests can use a day ahead on this level without having to go down into the rest of the boat. The Sky Lounge has a very contemporary and modern bar inside it, and the Sky Lounge leads out onto the bridge deck aft. The bridge deck aft is going to be the main dining area for exterior space on board. It's sheltered, it's shaded, and again you can comfortably fit up to 10 guests around the dining table. At the aft area there's further seating for guests to enjoy. A very nice place to be, especially when you're underway. One of the features of the Sky Lounge you will note is that it's full beam, so it makes the most of the space on board. Another area of the boat which is full beam is also the master cabin, and that's one of the really great features of the Benetti 121. The party piece of Safad has to be a sun deck. It's a great space, it's well equipped, it's got a dumb waiter that runs all the way from the galley up, so guests can be kept refreshed at all times. It has a separate fridge, drink storage. There's a large central jacuzzi, and the hardtop covers the majority of the sun deck, but it has an option to open a central bimini area, so guests can either enjoy shade, sunshine as they wish. One of the things that the owner specified during the build was to also have a misting system, so the sun deck can be refreshed, misted, keeping all the guests on board nice and cool. The crew accommodation on board Safad is actually split between two areas. One of the evolutions that Benetti incorporated from the Benetti 120 through to the 121 was moving the captain's cabin from the lower deck up to behind the bridge. So the captain has a double cabin behind the bridge with ensuite facilities, and there's 3 further crew cabins, which are all twins, on the lower deck to accommodate up to a total of 8 crew if required. Safad's been designed to make sure that guests can enjoy their time at anchor. One of the key factors here is making sure there's ample water toy storage on board and that the boat is adequately equipped. The tenders on board are all stored in a garage at the stern of the boat. There's a 5.3 meter Castaldi jet rib, which is more than suited to take guests to and from the boat as required. It's great for water sports. And as it's a jet rib, it's got a very shallow draft. There's also a powerful jet ski, which can seat up to 3 people on board.
So without a doubt, this is a very beautiful and desirable yacht. But when you go shopping for a yacht, it's advisable to speak to your broker about some of the technical details of the vessel and something about her maintenance schedule. That's especially the case when your broker is Ed Dickinson.
The Safad was built with twin MTU 12V2000 series engines. The M72s. These engines have been specifically designed for the semi-displacement use, which the Benetti 121 is designed for. So these engines have an amazing ability to cruise extremely economically when required. When the vessel's doing just 8 knots, she's consuming less than 100 litres of fuel an hour. Comfortable cruising speed is in the region of 11.5 to 12.5 knots. And at these speeds, she's consuming around 130 litres of fuel an hour. And she has a top speed of 16 knots. At her cruising speed, Safad has a capability of cruising over 3,000 nautical miles, which is more than enough to get you around the Mediterranean, extended cruising in the US. When the owner built Safad, He ensured that the technical specification was to the highest standard. One of the things that Benetti do as standard on the Benetti 121 is zero-speed fin stabilizers, ensuring that guests get maximum comfort both underway and at anchor. Since delivery, Safad has been run with an exceptional budget. The owner has made sure that all maintenance has been carried out on the boat. All the engines, generators, stabilizers, systems, classification, everything has been kept up to standard. We have full records available, so should we get the right buyer on board, these can be made available for review. Safad has only been used privately by one owner since delivery, who takes great pride in owning the vessel, and it shows in the condition she presents in today. If you'd like to find out more information on Safad, please contact Northrop & Johnson. We'd be happy to discuss the vessel with you in further detail, present you with full technical specs, and we'd love to welcome you on board for a visit.